Hello. Welcome to True to You podcast, talking about everything mind, body, soul, healing, all of the fun stuff. So, if you don't follow me, if you don't see me all over social media, I have an account. It's mindful at underscore or at mindful body underscore or at mindful body by Jennifer underscore. I'll rewind that. At mindful body underscore by Jennifer. I think that's it. If not, you'll see it below. Anyways, so why are we here today? So we are here because I want to tell everyone my actual why behind all of the things that I do. A lot of people don't know this about me or would have never known this about me because it's not something that I typically tend to tell others, which, is something that I wanted to explain and discuss with other people to help them. If you don't follow me or watch anything that I do, my main mission in life is to help everyone as much as possible. So I guess I'll get into a little bit about who I am quickly. If you don't know me and you're watching this, so my name is Jennifer Barrios. I grew up in a small town. Obviously I have my family and my sisters, and a really family-oriented human. I went to my undergrad at UConn and graduated, got my master's at LaSalle in athletic training. So that's a little bit about me. I've been a personal trainer for about 4-ish years. Have my own personal training business. Woohoo! But yeah, so that's base level of me, base level of what everyone were to see if they looked at me. Over the past few years, like maybe 1.5 to 2 years, I've gotten way more vulnerable on my social medias about a lot of my mental health struggles and issues with, my body and other stuff like that. So this podcast is going to focus a lot on, like I said, the mind, body, soul connection, but really focusing and hyper focusing on mental health and trying to, combat it and tie it in with fitness, nutrition, just overall healthy living, healthy lifestyle. So I'm negating, I'm not getting into the why, because like I said, it's something that I've never talked about and I'm being very vulnerable right now. So my true why, I guess in a roundabout way used other whys to cover up for my actual true why. With the situation that went on, it's not something that a lot of people want to discuss, and it took me a while to actually want to come out and talk about it. And so here we go. I'll just peel the band-aid off and just bring up the topic. What a first way to start off my first podcast. But so a few years back, I was part of a sexual assault. And it really did destroy me as a human. Honestly, I don't know how it's kind of weird to talk about it, but I don't really know how I truly recovered until I would honestly say that COVID truly helped me a lot in a roundabout way, being locked up and to focus more on myself. But I'll get into that in a second. But okay, so going back. So once that happened to me, obviously no one ever thinks it's going to happen to them. And you're not really told how to handle it, how to deal with it afterwards. And if you're somebody out there and you have gone through the same thing and you can really resonate with what I'm saying, hear me out. Because I know for myself, I've always been, since I was 17, I've been into fitness, I've been into, just taking care of my body more or less. But I really felt like I took fitness, I took nutrition, I used the gym as a band-aid to cover up all my emotional, all my trauma, all my issues that I had surrounding that problem that I didn't know were going on at the time. I was young, I had no idea. I did personally, and I'm sure a lot of us can attend to this, but I did not care about, my mental health. I just cared about my physical appearance and how everyone viewed me. And I see that a lot of times. in the media and just with all of us, like as being human, that tends to happen sometimes. And that being said, it's like I didn't really know who I was as a person. So what I was saying with fitness and nutrition and all that, especially with just fitness, I was just using fitness as a band-aid in order to, I wanted to look better, I wanted to feel better, I wanted to be strong so I could never let that happen to me again. Which is good, but at the same time, even if I am strong and I will not physically let that happen to me again, my mental barriers were broken down to another level that I never truly understood until this day. And obviously I'm still like continuing to learn from the situation and grow with the situation, right? Because if you go through something like that, you grow with it and you understand it. And I truly believe that I decided to take fitness and I decided to, cover up the issue. And then that's when COVID hit and I got stuck inside. And here's one thing I'm going to talk about. You do what you need to do for you. You do what you need to do for your life and what you've gone through. But personally, I sought out a therapist. I went to therapy. And there are groups out there that allow you to go for free. They support. And I did therapy for about, 9-ish months. And it really, truly helped me. And I never thought it would help me, even though I have background in like psychology and I know the importance of therapy for some situations. I didn't realize how bad the PTSD was affecting me. And like I said, I'm going to go over the mental health aspect of all this stuff. I'm going to bring you through some personal stories and my personal growth through this situation. Regarding like mind, body, soul healing, regarding fitness. So this is like my why of why I am really diving deep into fitness, why I'm diving deep into the mind, body, soul connection. Because I hid from my true soul and my true self for so long because I was dealing with that trauma. And that's truly why I'm here, and that's truly why I wanted to talk about it and why I wanted to start a podcast. Because for so long, for so many years, I hid in myself. I let that define who I was as a person. And I know that for a fact, it was a driving force of why I have gotten to where I am today. I truly, if you've ever seen like the quotes or anything like that, I truly let my trauma drive me to become like, I was so ambitious. I let my trauma drive me to ambition, but also at the same time, I didn't heal it. So it was just a whirlwind of emotions, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, so that being said, COVID hit, went to therapy for a few months, and then I stopped therapy, and I felt like a healing, but I still didn't feel like a full healing. So I would still do healing on my own, with maybe journaling, meditating, just talking good for myself. This is something that I personally need to do every single day. I change my focus on fitness. I change my focus on nutrition. I change my focus on myself. I change my focus on my body and the way I view my body, the way I view myself. This is something that is so important, especially if you have gone through something like this. I know for a fact that I have gone through a whole ton of issues with this body image. I mean, since I was younger, but this made it a 10 times worse body image. What I look like, what I'm doing, my appearance, all of this stuff. I just truly think that this is something super important. It's just trying to find the love for yourself after you have gone through something like this, this traumatic. If you've gone through any trauma, but this is something that I personally went through, so I can't talk on others. But if you have gone through trauma and it does affect you in the ways that I'm speaking of, it's so important to find you, find your love, find yourself. And, like I said, it's a learning experience. I experienced this like a few years back. Like it's been probably about rough 7-ish years, maybe a little bit longer. I don't really count anymore. I've came to the conclusion, it was in my past. It happened to me for a reason. We are learning from it. We are here. That's why I'm here. We are learning from it. I am here. I do not think about 3 years ago I could sit here, do this, talk to everyone. But I remember leaving therapy and I told her, I said, I want to help other people that have gone through this situation with the situation, because, I didn't have anyone there for me. I had a few people, like my really good, and thank you to all the people that were there for me. I appreciate you. I love you. But we didn't know what to do with it. No one knew what to do with it. You don't know what to do with that situation. Like I said, no one thinks that is going to happen to them. And, that's why I wanted to create this. That's why I want to talk about it, is because if I can help you, if I can do something for you, anything with fitness, nutrition, healing your mind, healing your body, just being someone there to talk to, that if you hear this, you resonate with it, it's something that you have been through and you need someone to talk to about it. Like, I'm sincere about this. Like, you don't know me, you're just watching this, you're just listening to this, and it really just hits your heart. I'm here. I would love to talk to you. I would love to help you, because like I said, when I ended my therapy, I said, I want to help people. And she's like, you can go to support groups, you can do this, X, Y, and Z. And in my head, I said, that is not enough. For me, that is not enough. I want to be bigger, a bigger help. I want to help more people. So, that being said, my true passion is to help people. This is my true why, on why I really tried to... This is really my true why, on why I started focusing my business and running my business to the mind, body, soul connection. Yes, I love fitness. Yes, I love nutrition. Yes, I love working out, all that stuff, and I love helping people, and I love having them get to where they want to be in fitness and nutrition. But I really want to see everyone live a healthy, happy lifestyle. And, with our traumas, your trauma can take over your whole entire life, and you don't even know it. And, you can hide under a mask, which is something that I did for so long. And I don't want us doing this, like what? It starts when we're younger. Let's say an example. It starts when we're younger, and then it goes on until we're about, let's over exaggerate, till we're 50. You don't want that. We don't want that. The earlier you can find out that you're hiding from your true self, that you're not in your soul and you're not in your true identity, then we can stop it, and you can get and create the healthy lifestyle that you want earlier on in life rather than later on in life. It doesn't matter. You can get on later on in life. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying it's good to get it, early, good to get it like late. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, think about this. Sit here, think about this. If you were able to find yourself earlier on in life, if you had the support, if you had the tools needed to find yourself earlier, would you do it? That's my question. Because I ask myself all the time, and I truly say yes. If I had the ability, if I had the tool set, if I had people that understood, how to find this early on in life, then I would have done it. I personally would have done it, and then if I learned it earlier, I would have helped more people and more and more. So that being said, this podcast will continually be to help people find their mind, body, soul connection. It will be fitness. It will be nutrition. It will be mental health. It will be, my personal experiences, my traumas. I will be open and honest with you about everything. I mean, this is my first episode, and I told you all my true why behind why I do what I do. Like I said, I've never done anything like this before. This is my first time speaking on this topic. I personally would love to speak more on the topic. I also want feedback from everyone. So if you're listening to this, if you resonate with the video, the podcast, if you resonated with it, please share it. Send me a DM. You can give me a 5-star rating, anything to spread this message, this story, because I know that a lot of people suffer with this specific trauma. I did it myself for years and years, and you just let it build up. So if you resonate with this, again, please share it. Please subscribe. Please, give me a 5-star rating. Send a comment. Send me a DM. I will probably tag my Instagram below, but let's see if I can remember it. It's at mindfulbody_by Jennifer. I believe that is it. If it's not, I'll have it tagged below. Again, I hope everyone really, truly listens to this and gets a strong message from it. And just remember, you have one body, you have one life. It's much better to, take presence and take appreciation in your one body that you have in the moment, rather than, risking your future or putting yourself at risk for the future. And you could just treat your body as a temple. So I will talk to everyone later, and I will see you on episode 2. Hope everyone has a great day.